Hey, what's up guys, this is Tay from TaeVTech. Today I want to talk about this PC that I found in my garage. It's been stuck in there for a couple of years, gaining dust, so I wanted to try if I can turn it into a gaming PC with just £50. As for specs, it's a Packard Bell desktop with AMD Phenom X3 clocked at 2.2 GHz with 3GB of DDR2 RAM with 320GB hard disk. Powering this computer is an OEM 350W power supply. This computer had a lot of room for upgrade, like getting a new graphics card and more RAM, but one of the biggest problems we had was the underpowered power supply with no 6-pin connectors. To show you guys just how bad this computer was, I tried to run League of Legends, CSGO and Overwatch as benchmark test. Unfortunately, CSGO and Overwatch both did not even open, but luckily I was able to power up League of Legends. League of Legends was set at lowest setting at 720p resolution and it ran around 5 to 10 FPS. Even against bot, it was absolutely unplayable. League of Legends being one of the most popular and optimized game, I expected it to run a little smoother, but hey, that's what we got, and I guess that's what you're going to get from almost 10-year-old junk. So, now time for upgrades. First up, to replace the slow 320GB hard disk, I went for an OCZ SSD with 60GB of storage and a SATA 2 connection. In order to keep it within the budget, I bought all my components second-hand, and this SSD only cost me £20. My second upgrade choice was Sapphire AMD Radeon HT7750 with 1GB of VRAM. I wanted to go for something more powerful, but I had limited options due to the power supply. As for more popular choices like 750 Ti, which does not require a 6-pin connector, was way off my budget, even as a second hand. Also, this was one of the cheapest graphics cards to support DX11. My final choice was to add a bit more RAM to the existing 3GB of RAM I had on board, as popular titles like Overwatch have minimum requirement of 4GB of RAM. So I went for this 1GB of DDR2 RAM by Samsung, and upgrading this RAM was no problem as the motherboard had 4 RAM slots and only 2 were taken. In the end, the total upgrade cost came just under £50 at £49, which is around $60. But was it all worth it? To see how much it improved, let's take a look at some gameplay. So, the first game we tested was League of Legends at highest setting 1080p. It averaged around 73 FPS and the minimum FPS was 63. It's true that League of Legends isn't the most demanding game in the world, but to go from lowest setting to highest setting from 720 to 1080p is a huge improvement. The second game we tested was CSGO. It was set at lowest setting in order to record, but it was maintained at 1080p. It averaged around 44 FPS, but the minimum frame rate did drop to 29, but it was definitely still a playable experience. So the final game we tested was Overwatch. It was set at lowest setting, but still maintained 1080p. It averaged around 39 FPS, but it did drop down to minimum of 17 FPS within teamfights. With screen recording off, I did see the average FPS go up around 5 to 10 FPS, so I would say it was a playable experience. So there you have it, my £50 upgrade to revive almost a 10-year-old PC to play some of the most popular games in 2017. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, please leave a like and a comment, and subscribe to my channel for future videos.